morning and welcome back to another beautiful sunshiny day. I am taking in all of this sunlight before I go in the basement for a good cause. I am going down there to get on our new treadmill. So thank you to Azure for sponsoring this video. I have been looking for a treadmill for a long time. I've talked about it in previous videos. It was really the last piece that we really needed, but it just was something that I was realizing I wasn't fully committed to. Walking is a huge thing for me, and it's the easiest way that I know of to kind of get my steps up. If I can plan like a 3 to 4 mile walk at some point in the day, I'm almost guaranteed to get 10,000 steps. So it's something that I've been really trying to focus on recently. And I knew based on the weather that we had been having, it was super hot, and I knew that it's going to get cold, it's going to be rainy, and I didn't want to have any excuses. That's always something that I've realized with me personally in my fitness routine. If I can figure out an excuse, then I'm going to use that excuse. That's why we have a gym in the basement and I don't go to a gym, because it makes it harder if I already have it down there. I can't say, oh, well, I don't want to get dressed or I don't want to whatever. It's already there. So I knew a treadmill was a final piece to make that gym literally everything I could ever dream of. And Azure came through. I got to try out their Victory treadmill, and this thing is crazy. So this is the world's first gamified treadmill. Obviously, that's a perfect sounding fit for Luke, especially, is having something that keeps you entertained and keeps you engaged. So it's got built-in games. So not only are you getting your steps in, but it's creating this habit that you're going to want to come back to continue to level up. I am a 90s child, so I love a gold star sticker. So it also has leaderboard tracking. It gives you awards within the treadmill app itself when you reach certain milestones, and that just gives me so much serotonin. And what I really enjoyed about it is this is not just for like hardcore marathon runners. This is going to be for anyone, no matter what your fitness level is, because I am definitely not a runner. I am more of a walker for sure. That's what I really enjoy. That's what my body really enjoys. So it meets me where I'm at, and all of these games are playable with different levels of hardness. I'm sure Luke is going to yell at me for saying it that way. Difficulty. There we go. The other huge features that stood out to me when I was on my treadmill search was the Cloud Strike deck. So this is something that I wanted to be really careful of. I'm getting older and I wanted to be walking and running on something that is going to be shock absorbing and really help out with the wear and tear that happens on my knees when I am using a traditional treadmill. This treadmill is also super low to the ground. That was another thing I was seeing with a lot of other treadmills out there, is there was a huge gap between the actual belt and the floor. And I don't know why, but it made me feel a lot better that this treadmill was lower to the ground, and it almost looks like it's sitting flush to the floor. This thing has a 22-inch touchscreen. So not only are you able to interact with fully immersive games, but you've also got things like streaming services that you can go ahead and log into. So I am currently walking the path that Bilbo took in The Hobbit. So I'm reading the book and watching the movies while I'm walking. And for me, again, like any excuse that I can have to make it easier for me to want to get on that treadmill and reach those goals, it just makes it that much more enticing for me to do it. So this has helped me out so much. I've been using it for about a month now. I'm definitely not all the way through walking his same path, but we're chunking that off. If you don't want to watch something and you're looking for a more traditional guided workout, that's also in here too. So you can work out with friends, you can work out with a coach. You can look at that leaderboard if you're a competitive person and try to get more miles or a faster time than someone else. It also has these scenic walks that I was really intrigued about. I'm a big walker, so having the ability to walk through some of these gorgeous landscapes, it just gives me all the feels, especially if it's nasty and rainy outside here. It's a wonderful distraction. And again, it makes me want to stay on the treadmill longer, which is going to get me to my goals faster. The delivery and installation was also really quick. quick. They got me scheduled so fast. They took it all the way down to the gym and set it up for me, and then I was ready to go. So I've had a wonderful experience with them all around, and I'm really intrigued what people are going to think about this whole gamifying of exercise. I know that people, they always say get a hobby that's active because you're going to be more likely to do it. And I think this kind of bridges that gap. If you're wanting to walk or run, they also have a bike and a rower. So if it doesn't matter what kind of cardio you enjoy, they've got something for you. But bridging that gap of like doing the cardio you need to do and having it in your own home, making it easy, that's the first level for me. And then going above and beyond that is the ability to have games, to get those little gold stars, tick it off my to-do list within the app and actually in real life. And then also be entertained. I can put on a TV show and walk for an hour, just chunk out different episodes instead of mindlessly scrolling on my phone or watching an episode sitting down just in my kitchen. I can just go down there and watch it instead, which again, it just makes it that much easier to want to do it, which was my whole thought process for this. So if you are in the market for a treadmill and you want one that's going to actually make you want to work out more, I could not recommend Averon more. So if you scan the QR code or click the link in the description below and use the code ACME50, you're going to get $50 off of your cardio equipment of choice. So that applies to the treadmill, the rower, or the bike. So again, no matter what you're looking for, they have it all. So I'm going to continue my Hobbit journey. I am in the second movie and probably about halfway through the book. I guess it's been pretty accurate to what's in the book as far as like the movie adaptation of it. I'm intrigued to see if it continues that way or if there's going to be a break at some point where I get completely lost in the book, but the movie's continuing on without me. So I'm in The Desolation of Smog is the movie, and I think I'm about halfway done with it. Yeah, I'm about halfway done with it. I've got it set up and ready to go because I knew I was going to need to get this in before the busyness of the day starts. So I am going to do my little walk, watch The Hobbit, and I'll see you guys afterwards. So tiny walk is done. I'm going to do a longer walk this evening, but I got a lot of house stuff I need to catch up on. So I am gonna get some energy in my life. I have been really trying to focus on getting more protein in my diet, and I saw this, I think it was on Instagram or something, and I found some at Target on sale. No idea how you say this. Javi? Maybe, but it's protein coffee. So it's instant coffee mixed with a protein powder. And I thought, what a great idea to replace my afternoon coffee with still coffee, but something that's going to give me a little bit more protein. And yeah, like I said, it was on sale right now for cheaper than it is on their website. Like if you buy 2 bags, it ended up being less expensive than buying. You get more and it was less expensive than buying 1 bag on their website. All right, so this is their caramel flavor. It says it has 0 grams of added sugar, prebiotics, all the good stuff. Okay, so it's really smooth. Woo! But it has a very intense sweetener in it. Holy moly. You know how different like alternative sweeteners hit different people's taste buds differently? How many times can I say differently? That is very sweet. Oh my. Yeah. Oh, pow, pow. Hits you on the end. Artificial sweeteners with me always hit me like after I've actually swallowed whatever it is I'm drinking. It definitely needs, well, I like coffee flavor. So it needs more coffee, less of the sweeteners, but it is 10 grams of protein. It's only 80 grams of caffeine, which is interesting. I probably need a whole lot more than that. Do I need it? No. Do I want it? Yes. Let me rephrase that. I normally want more caffeine than that, but it's an interesting alternative. And again, I could just be drinking a regular coffee and not getting anything out of it other than milk and carbs from the sugar. So this is actually giving me protein. Maybe I need to just try a different flavor. I'm distracted because I think the replacement for Luke's birthday present just got here. So let me go get that. Replacement Ninja Creamy secured. So now I'm going to go run some errands and get some groceries and some stuff for the Ninja Creamy, and then come back and then hopefully we can prep some of these containers because you have to let it freeze for 24 hours. And then tomorrow around this time, we can have some ice cream. So I'm pretty excited about that. Okay, so I've got the bases prepped. They'll go in the freezer and just chill out. Chill out until tomorrow around 2:42. And then I got blonde Oreos to put in one and regular Oreos to put in the other. So that's very exciting. Can't wait to try that tomorrow.
Hopefully you read what to do, because nice.
Yeah, that feels right, but it says like English.
Whoa.
Okay, and then you said do it on light.
Light ice cream and full. This could possibly be the final product.
Hey, yo.
Wow. What do you think? I'm gonna let you taste it first.
Me?
Yeah.
It's good. Yeah. There you go.
Wow.
And if you want to wash that out for me, I'll make the other one.
Oh, I wanted to eat.
I haven't even gotten to try it.
Well, hello and welcome back to a new spot. I am getting ready to keep going on staking these hydrangeas. So I've already done these front two. So I'm basically just deadheading them, getting some stakes, which are, I've got some bamboo that I'm just kind of sticking around them and running 2 lines of twine to support them. There was some heavy rain last night, so I can already see we've got a floppy situation going on back there. So I'm gonna try to shake that all off and hopefully get that stem back upright and cut it down, because that is why we ran into this problem in the first place, is all the heavy rain weighing the blossoms down, and then the stems kind of grew like that. They were very sad. So I'm gonna try to prevent that for the season going forward. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 more to do, because there's 6 plants total. And then I've got some fertilizer that I'm gonna put on these, and then they'll be good to go for the fall season. So let's get to it. I'm in the shade and it is before noon. And well, I think it's before noon. No, it is afternoon now. Wow, that took longer than I expected then. These are all done now, and I'm gonna let the sun come up and over and dry them out really well. And then I will fertilize probably towards this evening after the sun is kind of passed over there, and then water them really well. And then they'll be good to go. But this was sweaty work, so I'm gonna go get cleaned up and then we can go on an adventure. Okay, so I did not go clean up. We are still going on an adventure. That particular adventure is just gonna be later, and now we're choosing to do a different adventure. So I think it's time for the summer tomatoes to go bye-bye. Another storm has kind of pushed a lot of the plants over. So I'm going to collect all of the tomatoes that I can see on here and then pull the rest of these bad boys up. They have been really good producers. If I see that maybe the cherry tomatoes still have a crap ton on that need to mature, I might leave those at the very end. But the majority of the ones in the middle are gonna go. I need to pull a bunch of weeds. I need to go get gloves. And I might pull out a few other bits and pieces that have either gone past or I think need to get out of here. So let me grab some gloves and then we'll start. I am pretty pleased with myself for getting that done. We've got some peppers still going here, so I'm gonna let them soldier on. That one pepper plant in the back is still not doing great, so it probably needs to come up. I might do that after I leave you guys. But yeah, I'm gonna stay a sufficient distance away so you cannot see the sweat that is dripping down my face right now. I thought it was cooler outside than it was, but you know, once you start, well, maybe you don't, but once I start, I can't stop. So I had to complete the task, but it is done now. And now I need to figure out if I'm gonna plant anything else for the fall, because it looks like the kale and the spinach have not done. I might need to start them indoors and then transfer them out here. That might be something I work on in October, because I think if I can get them in the ground, well, if I can get them started in the next few weeks, then I can plant them out into the garden and it should be fine. I don't know, because I still don't know what I'm doing, but you can learn with me. And I'm gonna try to figure out some stuff to plant to help the soil so that it'll be ready to go for next year. I don't know how late in the year you can plant beans. I know that beans are good, or squash. I know winter squash doesn't signify necessarily when you can grow it. It's just like the designator for the type of squash. But yeah, it is wide open spaces here now. You can fully see all the way down there, and the leaves are starting to change. It's a wonderful time of the year. I just wish the weather would, catch up with the fact that it's almost October. And on that note, I am gonna actually clean up now. I'm gonna clean up and make dinner, and I'll see you guys in the morning for some very spooky adventures. Well, good afternoon. It has been a busy day / morning so far. It's already 1 o'clock. After 1 o'clock. I have got chicken stock simmering on the stove, and it's got about an hour left. So it is time for the most wonderful time of the year. It is time to go get the rest of the Halloween decorations down from upstairs. I've already gotten a few out that were already here on the first floor, kind of hidden away in different areas. And I cannot wait to open up all the bins from upstairs, see what I've got, and then start making a game plan as far as decorating goes. So yeah, today's gonna be a little bit of canning, a lot of Halloween, and I hope you guys enjoy. It's basically going to be a tour of all of my Halloween decor. So first, I need to get it all down here, which means we need to go in the attic. So welcome back to the attic. We haven't been up here in a little while. There's a lot of Halloween. I'm gonna get started loading this bad boy, and then I'll show you what it looks like down there. We've shown this in previous videos, but this is an attic lift. So it's basically like an elevator, but for boxes. So this way I don't have to ask Luke to help me with all this stuff. I can just put everything on here, go downstairs, press a button, and it'll lower it into the guest bedroom. And then I unload the boxes, make it come back up, and do it all over again until I get all the boxes down. So let's get started. We have everything down here now. I did have to change pants because the terracotta pumpkin that I pulled down for outside had dust of itself, I guess, all over it. So I had like huge orange and red powdery patches. So I've changed jeans, and it is time for a stock break. I need to get this stock in the canner, and then we can get into these boxes. I'm so excited. So broadly, we've got a whole bunch of stuff on the table. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4 bins, 2 boxes, 2 bags. And I do believe that's it. I didn't check like the second area of the attic, but I'm pretty sure this is it. So the chicken stock is still cooling down in the canner, the first batch anyway. And I just wanted to kind of take you through some of my favorite things. Some of these you've seen recently, like this cute little guy right here. But some things are stuff I've had in my collection for a really long time, and I didn't decorate for Halloween last year because I think I was a little depressed that we were not in this house yet, because we had been told over and over we were going to be in here in the summer, and then it was September, and then it was October, and you know, yada yada as it goes. So I've got things kind of separated. I'm trying to mostly get everything into like exterior decor and interior decor, and then party supplies, because there's going to be a lot of Halloween themed parties, get-togethers, and activities going on. So trying to stay organized for myself. I showed you this little guy recently, and then last year, I can't remember if I showed y'all or not, I found this one. So they are now best friends. I think I got them from the same place. I think both of these were from Home Goods. I have a little serving bowl set that I think I've shown, and then I really wish that this guy would do another collection for Target, or just more of a collection on his own website if that is what he's going for. So this is an artist called John Darian, probably saying that incorrectly, Derian. And this is a collection that he did with Target, and this is Mr. Jack-o'-lantern bowl. I really like the size of this. It's plastic, so I don't have to worry about it getting broken or dropped or anything, so it can be tossed around, given to people, used to pass out candy. Really excited to see him again. I'm trying to think of a good place to put him so I can see him until I use it for the party. In here, I have a couple of pottery pieces. I go to the Piedmont Pottery Festival here in Eden pretty much every year, and this one was from 2020. It's just this little melting boo guy. I won't go through everything with you, so don't worry. Just wanted to show off some of my favorites. I don't know what year this is from, but it is a Frankenstein's monster ornament. I think I have a couple of those type of things in here, and then I have a witch. While I'm trying to get to it, I have these chalkboard little shapes. So I've got bats and cauldrons, and these are really good for labeling food for parties. So I'm stoked to have these to use again. These are from years and years ago. I've got a casket and a broom. I forgot I have to get a little tiny Halloween tree. I forgot all about these ornaments. So then we have a haunted house and a jack-o'-lantern. And then I have a spider, and these are all pottery pieces. Super cool. I picked this up from Walmart the other day. I still need to cut the tag off, but it is a really expensive looking paper mache jack-o'-lantern. And there is an opening at the bottom if you want to put a light in it too. I need to pick up some puck lights because I'm gonna have a couple of pumpkin carving parties here, and that'd be a nice alternative to an actual flame inside of something, especially something like this. You would not put a flame in here, definitely a fake light. Got my little shelf sitter skeleton, and from Target, if you're not sensing a theme, I am for indoor decor, I really like cute, spooky, and with a vintage leaning. So this is a little paper skeleton. I need to figure out where to put him. He might look really cute on the fridge or freezer. Now it's making me wish I had gotten two so I could put one on each. Oh, all right, I have my work cut out for me. I need to use this video to make a list. And then this is kind of just a standalone fun thing to use during the season. This is a soup cozy. So if you are eating soup and you don't want the bowl to burn your hands, you pop it in here. I got this from an antique store somewhere, and I wish that I knew what this fabric was, because I would love a skirt or a dress made out of that. Super cute. A little ghost pumpkin guy. And then these are lots of supplies for the parties. So some plastic table covers for all the pumpkin guts so we can get messy. I've got stencils for pumpkins, carving kits, ribbons, different napkins and plates, straws. Yeah, so the actual pumpkin carving sets. And they're sitting in these big, nice metal cauldrons that I got from Target. I have a few more like little decorative pieces, pumpkins, my little wicker skull I like him pretty good. And then over here, I have all of the outdoor stuff. Oh, really quick before we move on, I need to get a rod for this tapestry. So this was sent to Luke's P.O. box by somebody that watches the channel, and I have been waiting for so long to be able to hang this up. I gotta figure out where to put this. So they made us a display quilt that is a haunted version of our house. And it is spectacular. I'm gonna hold it up so you can see there. And it has everybody on it. It's got a lot of the people that Luke is friends with on it too, which I thought was super cute. And then we've got Luke down here in the corner. There's some bats, and it is legitimately the house. They did such a good job. Okay, so outdoor, I have a lot of cheap blow mold pumpkins. So I've collected these over the years from Target and Walmart. They all plug in, and they are a little worse for wear, but that's okay. This is interior though. This is a ceramic one, and it does have a built-in light, and it still works. Okay, this I believe is a spooky light bulb, and for the party, I think I can probably put this in the little lamp that sits in the living room. That'd be really fun. Then we have an actual glow up. I'm gonna try to stop moving it so you can hear me. I'm trying to remember, this one might be the arch. So I have a pumpkin arch, and then I have stacked pumpkins. So like a set of 3 pumpkins that are stacked on top of one another. And I completely forgot that this arch existed. I think it's like just a big flat pumpkin. Maybe that's what it is. Not an arch, but a big flat pumpkin. I cannot tell. Oh yeah. Okay, yeah, it's a big flat pumpkin. So I also have, new for this year, where did I put it? A big round one. So I saw him, I used to have one like this at the old house, and it was tragically, I don't want to say intentionally sabotaged, but the landscapers at our old house, they ran over the power cord and severed it. So had to replace him. I do love a good pumpkin inflatable. And then I think the rest of this is just going to be a little more outdoor stuff. So I've got, I was hoping I had some more spider web, blow molds, little battery powered lights. Then we have this monstrosity. Got to replace the batteries in here too. So I made this a couple of years ago when I had a Beetlejuice theme out front on our tiny porch at the old place. So I'd love to find a spot for him. Still super cute. Maybe I can put this one in my garage and replace the hydrangea wreath and just kind of lay the hydrangea wreath out somewhere so I can preserve it to go back up in a later season, or whenever Halloween's over, it can go back up because it's kind of fall too. But yeah, little light up Beetlejuice. So the actual string lights are orange, I think, or maybe they're purple. They might be purple because it was definitely like a heavy Beetlejuice theme. And I have this guy. He's been knocking around for a while. I think we got it from Costco, and he's definitely gonna need a little bit of a cleanup, but he laughs and lights up when you walk by him. So that could be good for the front porch. And I think we've got, a little bit of skeleton, a little bit of Beetlejuice tombstone over there. And then we dive into more of the soft stuff. I've got a bunch of Halloween pillows that I need to style, some serveware that'll be saved for the party. It won't be decor that's just kind of out. I've got old Halloween costumes over here too. I've got a few, I'll definitely wear those again this year. But then I think I'm gonna add 2 to my rotation. I've decided on one of them, and then for our actual Halloween party on Halloween, we're gonna have a costume contest. Luke and we're not gonna win because we're hosting it, but I ordered a really cute trophy for it, and I need to figure out what costume I'm gonna wear for that too. Let me know what you think I should be. Luke has created this little invitation kind of similar to the 4th of July one. And I'm wearing a certain costume in that picture. I've been searching really hard to try to find the appropriate match for it, but it's been very difficult to find. So I don't know if I'm gonna find it, but if I don't, I do still think I wanna do something inspired by that picture so that I kind of match like I did for 4th of July. But yeah, I've got a few more things down there, but I'm gonna get you guys to just come along with me as I style it. So you'll get to see kind of each section come to life. And I don't know what I'm gonna start with, honestly. I'll see you in my first styling location. All right, so before I actually show you the styled areas, you're getting kind of a sneak peek here. I wanted to do a couple of DIYs because that's really what's gonna transform the space, in my opinion. So I have lots of little knickknacks, and in our old house, it filled up basically every empty spot that I could find. And here is much less filling. So everything feels really spaced out, but I think that is part of the collecting process for me. And it's something that I'm just gonna be mindful of, different areas that I know need something special, and just keep an eye out for that throughout the season. And then after the season ends and things maybe go on sale, or the antique stores want to get rid of the Halloween and put in the Christmas, that's a really good time to buy stuff too. So what I've kind of done here is make these bubbling cauldrons. So, well, cauldron. I'm gonna make the second one with you all. You saw me lop off all of my hydrangeas, and I thought they kind of look like a boiling potion that could come out of the cauldron. So I've jam-packed this one full, and then I added these little purple string lights to give it kind of a whimsical, magical feel. And I really like the way it turned out. So I think I'm gonna do it again. So I have a bunch of different string lights. The only problem is, I don't have any batteries. I've ran out of batteries, putting batteries in all of the Halloween stuff. So I have no idea what color these lights are because they're just clear and you can't tell. I'm assuming they're orange, but I don't know. I would really like it if I could find another set of purple ones. So I might check out and see if Walmart or Target has another set of purple, because I do like the fact that this is bringing purple into this area. So I do really like a combination of the orange, the black, and the purple. But yeah, I'm gonna shove that cauldron full of hydrangeas, and we'll see how we do. Well, I love how that turned out. I cannot wait to put the lights in this. I might need to get two because the circumference words is quite a bit bigger than this one. So 2 sets of purple lights I think would be really cool. And then now we're gonna move back here to Mr. Skeleton. I did get some removable putty. So I got this so that I can hang it on there, and hopefully he will stay decently well, because masking tape is not where it's at. Just so everyone knows, it's not gonna stick to anything. Everything will fall down. You will be very disappointed. Very cute. I like kitsch, okay? We've been over this. I am not a HGTV, Magnolia Homes, neutral Halloween person. I could do a whole rant on the de-kitchification of Halloween and how sad it makes Halloween. If that's your style, I love that for you. But it's not for me. It does not bring me joy. So therefore, I decorate in a way that does bring me joy. But yeah, I am gonna use this for another DIY project that we will get into. But I will, I'll show you a little bit. It's a good, nice, rainy day. So I can probably get some good nighttime shots and just give you the general vibe so far. And then once I finish with the other DIYs, then we can do like the full shebang. Okay, so change of plans. First off, look like a glazed donut because I just got out of the tub. I decided that I didn't want to do the in-depth spooky tour until I have all of my DIY projects done. So I'm not going to do that, but I am going to just kind of spin you around, give you a little Halloween situation that's going on in here. I'm going to get some branches and put them in my big tall vase, the one that I put the fall branch in the laundry room before. So I'm gonna get some nice, crusty, nasty looking branches, and that is what I will hang all of my ornaments on. And once I get batteries, that's what I'm gonna use all of these battery powered LED lights for. I'll wind those around the branches, and then I've got some fake spider web, so that'll be not necessarily a centerpiece. It's gonna be big. It'll go on the side somewhere. I'm not really sure where. You'll find out along with me. And then I also have this wonderful like Beetlejuice ribbon that I have to use on something. And then I have correct grammar. I have an eyeball wreath. An eyeball? Yeah, because it's a vowel. An eyeball wreath that I wanna make. We have a crap ton of ping pong balls at our old house. Like, I mean, seriously, just a whole drawer full of them, a huge deep drawer full of them. So I'm gonna get the googly eyes and the glue gun and one of my wreath bases, since I still have not gotten around to making the rest of my hydrangea wreaths from the little ones out there. Once again, it's been raining, so now I have to wait until they dry off before I can cut them and then make something. But in the meantime, I can use one of those wreath bases and get the ping pong balls, and you glue them on the wreath, and then you glue a googly eye to it. And then I might even get like a red watercolor or acrylic, something, whatever works on ping pong balls. I'll have to Google that, and put some little veins on it, and then I'll have an eyeball wreath for somewhere. And then the super, super easy one that I've seen all over Pinterest and everything is gonna be the construction paper bats. Really easy. You cut out a bunch of different sizes of bats from black construction paper, and you can just leave them like that. I might just leave them like that. Some people decorate them or outline them in silver or gold, but I am gonna make a crap ton of those and put them everywhere. On places that they'll be on a black wall, it might make sense to outline them or do some distressing to them. But on areas in the kitchen that I'm thinking about, I think they'll stand out enough as it is. So everywhere is out of black construction paper. So I gotta find some black construction paper and cut that out. But I'm super excited. Oh, I hope you're excited. I'm getting ready to make some curry for dinner. So I have never made massaman curry, and we have a place in Greensboro that we absolutely love to get curry from. So I'm hoping that I can decently recreate it. We shall see. And a little more of a sneak peek of just some little Halloween stuff. Loving the guy on the freezer over there. I love my cauldrons. I think they turned out really cute. And we've got some autumn mix situation. I could probably use another half a bag, but just wanted to get that filled up and ready to go. I think I just saw some lightning or something. And we've got the platter out down here at the bottom. We've got a very hungry cat. Can you say hello? Yeah. Well, tell him. Yeah, are you hungry? It's almost time. Yeah, it's almost time. I'm so sorry. She's not happy. I know. What is it? Yeah. Okay. We've got some more Halloween going on over here. Just little touches, little things. Some fun felt balls. I think I showed you guys that in my Code Orange haul. I might have to get some more because they look so cute. And then I put up my graveyard scene above the range, which I really like. Quite enjoying that. And the table's looking a little bare because I might need to sit down to tell you this. So I was telling Luke, I think I hit the vintage Halloween jackpot today. I have been trying to figure out what to do with the styling of this table because I knew I didn't have any Halloween tableware. I don't have any Halloween dining plates, placemats. I only have Halloween napkins. I found these at Home Goods probably, I don't know, a year or two ago. And I have some knickknacks, some, the black floating candles, the little tea light holders, that type of stuff. But I don't have any actual table dressing situation. And nothing was really sparking joy for me. Nothing was really, when I see it, I didn't go like catch my breath situation. Because that, for me, that is how I decide if I buy things. I am very indecisive. I will and ah about purchasing something for months, if not years, and then probably won't buy it anyway. And the way that I know that it is something that I will keep in the house that deserves to be here, that has a place, is if it really just, and I use this term because I've heard it on other channels that I watch, it blows my skirt up. Like, floors me, takes my breath away, gives me those feelings because life's too short to settle for anything less. Well, I couldn't find anything that I liked that much until today. I was doing some Googling because I wanted some vintage stuff. There's a lot of new Halloween items in here, or items that look vintage that are not. And I thought surely there's some 90s vintage Halloween stuff. Because for me, that was like peak Halloween. And it's probably because I was a child. Regardless, I found what I think is the coolest Halloween placemats I've ever seen. So they are the like vintage tapestry style. So those like tapestry woven blankets that may have apples or roosters or those geese with the bows on them. So it's that type of fabric, but it's a placemat, and it's witches and black cats and bats. And I found enough on 2 different sites. So I was like flipping back and forth between Poshmark and eBay. Found enough for all the table settings by buying half of them on Poshmark and half of them on eBay. And I found a table runner that looks like it was in the same family, same producer or designer. And I have to get 2 of them because this table is so long. I found one on Poshmark and one on eBay. So those I have purchased. And I won my bid and everything with those. The placemats, I either have 2 or 4 on Poshmark that are good to go. They're on their way to me. But then the rest of them, because I have 8 table settings, this lot of 6 is on eBay and you can't buy it now. It's only bidding. And I'm probably going to message them when I get off of here because I would rather just buy it now because the anticipation is killing me and the bidding doesn't end until like 5 days from now. And I don't think I can do it because, what am I going to do with only half the placemats? I mean, I would find other placemats. I have a backup plan of different placemats to mix and match, but they are so cool. And I don't want to show them to you until they get here because I was like, oh, maybe I'll put a picture on the screen. But I don't want to jinx it. I don't want to risk it. And then, because we're going the full Monty here. Again, I have nothing for this table. I needed something, a set of things that I can take out year after year that is perfectly my style. And so the placemats have the placemats have witches, bats, and maybe pumpkins. So I figured for the napkin rings, I need ghosts, right? And ghosts are white. It'll stand out really nicely on this napkin. And the table or the placemats are pretty dark. So it would be nice to have something stand out. And I would like something that stands up and holds it, like you stick it in this way and the design or the interest goes this way instead of flat against the napkin. I found some Joanna Parker ghosts and they were on resale. And I was like, oh, that's a little expensive. Because that's kind of what people do, is they will find this stuff that is super in demand because there's a ton of people that have the same style as me. I am not unique whatsoever. And people will find it because it goes on sale at places like Home Goods and TJ Maxx and Marshalls. And they will put it on eBay or Poshmark at a really inflated price because people want these items. They're sold out or they don't want to go look for them or they can't find them. And I was like, I don't know if I want to pay that price. And weirdly enough, I then found them for retail on a retail site. I don't know how that happened. It let me buy enough. It let me buy 2 sets to fill the whole table. We will see if they actually ship to me. I don't know, but it seems really hopeful. And then, and then. I've been looking at these Royal Stafford plates, and I have two in the plate rack that I just showed you. I have two of the different designs. I have the Coven one, and then the one where she's inside making something with the hearth. There's another one in the set called the Watcher, and I do not like it. It's more of like an evil vibe and less a witch. And it's, I don't know, it just rubbed me the wrong way. I don't really like it. But there's a different one that's like a shot of a front door decorated for Halloween. And it has the same swag and pumpkins, almost said tomatoes. It has the same swags with pumpkins on it. And again, I can only find them on places like replacements.com because these are re-released patterns from Royal Stafford. On the Royal Stafford website, I would have to pay a lot more because they're coming from England. But I've seen everybody finding them at TJ Maxx and Home Goods. So I found the one-offs that I have in the plate rack from different ones of those. I can't remember where. But I thought, let me just see if somehow, some way, there's an actual pack of them because they are sold in packs of 6. And I found it, and it let me buy 2 packs of 6. I know this is like, I'm blowing my own mind here. There are bigger problems in the world. There are better things to be excited about. However, this is what I'm excited about today. Anyway, it got me very jazzed up talking about that again. I need to start making the curry for dinner because it does need to cook for like 2 hours. But yeah, I'm thrilled to be able to decorate this house for the first time. It's fun playing around with different things, seeing how many spots there are to hide Halloween stuff. Luke is going to kill me. He's going to kill me. He is going to have to buy a lot more bins. He's going to have to buy a lot more bins. So, we've got a fed cat. To avoid her ASMR crunching video she's trying to film now, I'm going to make dinner and I'll see you guys in a couple days. Hello! It is time to hang the skeletons. So my plan for the skeletons has come to fruition. I'm still missing 2 of the big ones. I got them shipped because none of the stores had enough. They still haven't arrived. I don't know what's going on. In the meantime, I'm going to do the first half. So that's above me right here. Luke has gotten the ladder out for me. He snipped all of the plastic ties and price tags from all the skeletons. And I want to get some string lights for them because I think there's plugs somewhere. There's like a plug in the roof of the porch. So I'd love to like string some lights across the top of them as well so that it, you know, adds a feature to the house and is more than just the skeletons, because in the day it just looks great because the skeletons, but then at night we need a little bit more than that. So I'm gonna hang those up, and I have an update on the eBay situation. I was able to buy it now instead of wait for the auction to end. I couldn't wait. I really couldn't. So they are all on their way to me, and I will have everything by Monday. I am so excited, and I can't wait to show you that too. But, oh, I just realized I got a little shadow of the camera right here keeping me company. But in the meantime, let's get these skeletons up here. I think that looks pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. I'm pretty pleased with that. And if I can figure out a way to stabilize them, I think I'll do that. But it looks pretty cool. Let me kind of back you up so you can get all of them. Now, obviously there's 2 empty spots because I'm still waiting on the other 2 big ones. So like this one and this one are the big ones. And I have an open spot here and an open spot there for 2 of those again. I think it looks pretty nice. And I might switch around how the arms and legs are doing because one of them's waving, this guy over here. That's kind of cool. I think I might make quite a few of them wave. It looks nice. And if I want the tiny ones to hang higher, I can put a knot in the piece of rope, I guess is what it is, that's attached to the top of their head. So I am pretty pleased with how that turned out. And once I get some lights on there, I think it'll be really good. And I think we will be almost done with this area. Now there is the projection light that's going to shine on this wall, that wall back there next to the door. There we go. I can point there, that one, and that will be in the like spooky house decor reveal video where I have all the lights on and it's like dusk like this and creepy, and we'll have some cool music that'll be coming your way. But for now, this is where I leave you, and I hope you have enjoyed. And we are going to get into some DIY projects soon for Halloween. We are going to get into some cooking and baking of some spooky items. It is the best time of the year. I need to get inside and watch a horror movie or Halloween movie because those are not both the same. Like sometimes they cross over, sometimes they do not. I need to watch either a horror or a Halloween movie because yeah, it's like 6 something. The day has just gotten away from me, and when I'm recording this, it's October 1st, so happy October. And that's gonna be all, folks, and I'll see you in the next one. Leave me in the comments what you're watching this Halloween season. What are your favorites? Because I was making my list and I need some inspo. I've got some spots to fill. I have my go-tos, I have my favorites, but I do have a few places where I could use some recommendations. So yeah, leave those in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next one.